Hey guys, how you doing? It's Profithigh73 going over my checklist or my watch list for this week, first week of October. I have five stocks that I'm really going to be paying attention to this week. I also have, and I went over this in a different video, stocks that I think are looking like they're setting up for this chart pattern, which in my last video, breakout patterns. You can go ahead and watch that. That's on my YouTube channel. It's also my Profithigh. If you check out my page and just click videos. And I believe this may be the first time I'm going over the updated version of my six point checklist. And I'm looking at TPLM here, and I'll bring up the chart. I played this last week, and I decided to put it back on my watch list after I made a 7% trade, but I ended up losing out because I have a small account and I had to pay brokerage fees per trade. So let's see, I'm going to bring this up, and it has under 100 mil float. It's pretty far behind its recent spike, and that's another reason why is because the oil indices, and if I can bring that up real fast on Yahoo, the futures are above 48.50 right now, and last time oil was at 50 it had spiked, and it had spiked big. I'm just going to 9 months here. Here we go. This is the last time oil had hit 50. It made this huge spike. So I'm not looking for that. I mean, it would be nice to have that big of a move, but I'm more or less just looking to see how this chart pattern develops and see if we can break 32 and see what happens from there. And, see if it stays above this trend line. My new entry might be around 27, 28. And looking for that break above the 32 level, trying to anticipate it. So we're going to look at PTX, and we'll bring this up here. And that was my news. This is a new thing. This is an industry sector play. Since the industry is going up, or sector is going up, oil. Now that's my oil play just because of the chart setup. And HTBX, the most recent news that I saw was that they're resuming their enrollment study, and that was a month or two ago. It wasn't anything very recent. But, I have some notes here. It seems to be consolidating. It's trading in a trend. And you can see, I'm also trying to see if this pattern develops and breaks out above this 150 mark. It's consolidating, and it's starting to slowly consolidate up, and possibly the next retest it breaks. I don't know if I want to anticipate and get in this play or just keep it on my watch list just to watch and see how the pattern develops. TKAI I went over, and this is a stair step that I'm looking at just to see how this pattern develops as well. Similar to HTBX, I'm not sure if I'll actually get into this trade, but as you can see with HTBX, everything's green. This is everything's good that I'm looking at. It's definitely a stock that I may look to get in as a swing trade, longer hold trade. TKAI, they discontinued their trial about two months back, but in their PR they mentioned they're evaluating the potential paths for their pipeline. And recent news on TD Ameritrade is that the option calls are being picked up. And I've also noticed in Remember back in Tim Sykes' his pump alerts, they would have this stair step pattern, would pop, accumulate, and I believe his was intraday. But um, I'm more watching to see how this pattern develops. Maybe it just crashes and that's all I see. Maybe it's just this. But I'm watching it because this 165 area, it's stair stepped up to it, and that's the top of this drop here. It's bounced off of that drop, and it's dropped from $5. So it's got a lot of ground to make up. And just that little quote there in that PR makes me think that somewhere soon they'll have some update that may pop the stock above that resistance level and shoot it back up close to $5. And PTX here, which I believe I went over. I'm feeling more confident about the chart setup on PTX just because you can see here how it hit this high, it come down, it kind of consolidated and jumped back up, and then made a new low off of this low, and then it consolidated. Even when it bounced below it, it closed above this 53-cent mark, and then it came back and it tested, and then it created a higher low. And then on top of this, they've come out with their distribution, and I wrote that here as well. They started the distribution of their drug, and the only flaw, I guess, that I see is that it's in between support and resistance right now. I don't want to jump in the middle. I want to get as close to really 60 cents. I put as my target price here for this week, and with a 57 stop, because that's breaking, one, it's breaking the trend, two, it's making a lower low, and I'm thinking it's going to push back up into these 80s, these 80s, 90s levels here. So almost a 50% gain is what I'm looking for as a goal reward, seeing where the stock can go. But I put 66 plus, so just breaking that resistance level. I'll move on to OCN is another. I'm thinking this is my E-Trade account. I'm looking to jump into this stock. And PTX, I'm looking to jump in with my TD Ameritrade. This stock here, as you can see, it really has no resistance, and even if you go back to the longer term, say 5 years, there's nothing back here to stop the stock from running. 6 months, and it's been uptrending. You can see here how it does make moves, and it's been consolidating, and more recently it's gone up, and it's tested this 322 level, broke it but closed on it, and then it's uptrended, come down, created a higher low, and it tested this 373 resistance here and closed below it. And I believe I set my target entry at 360, just a little bit below the close, to see if I can get a pop down here. And then my risk I set at 335, which is another ideal thing about this setup, is that you can set everything specifically off of the chart. If it fails, it fails. At least I have a plan. Everything's set based off a chart. This is daily, so this support level should hold more than an intraday support. And then on top of that, only recent news has been analyst upgrades, and this uptrend started since their 10Q. Came out on the 28th. It didn't have a good reaction that day, but ever since the 10Q came out, it's been uptrending. So they had good earnings. I don't even have to look through the filings to see that the market reacted to their earnings favorably. So that's my watch list. That's what I'm looking at this week, and I will post that watch list on Profithigh. If you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Profithigh73. Check me out on Profithigh. I verify all my trades. Thanks for watching.